Now let's go find out more information about the vertical beaters on this unit. Hi Bob, you know, I've heard about standing behind your product, but in your case, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Absolutely, Dave. It's just a matter of how close behind you want to stand.
Now that we're at the back of the machine, I guess we should talk about the beaters.
Yeah, I would like to do that. We've already talked about our hydraulic system and what makes it work so well and how it delivers manure uniformly to the beaters. Now let's look at the beaters, because this is where the results are going to be created or not. The farmer wants a nice uniform spread of manure. He wants little pieces. He doesn't want big chunks. And he wants it spread out nice and wide so that every plant in the field gets the maximum benefit of the manure. So to achieve that, we chose to use a Burma. Burma is an Italian manufacturer, probably the homeland of vertical beater technology. Europe certainly is. I think Italy is maybe the homeland of the homelands. And Burma is a company that specializes in building components for manure spreaders. So we selected them. Now the reasons that this system works so well, the first one is the size of the beaters. If you look at conventional machines, the beaters are about half this big and mostly running at a lower speed, so they simply can't do the job. We have here large diameter beaters which run very fast, and if you look closely down the middle of the machine, you see that the beaters actually overlap. That means that all the manure that comes into the box comes out here. And you see how these overlap, so no manure has got any chance to get out there without being processed. The beaters are very short spiral, so that means they're close together this way. We have 7 knives, or we alternate between knives and hands. I'm not sure why my friend Giovanni calls them hands, except they look a little bit like a splayed hand. But we alternate between knives, which are to cut the dense material, and hands or cups, which can fling the looser or semi-solids manure. They're also spaced very closely. There are 7 paddles per revolution. So this beater has a lot, something like 56 knives on each beater or something of that nature. So that's going to make it work very well. Unlike conventional apron type manure spreaders, our spirals come right down to the bottom. If you look at a European spreader which uses an apron chain, there's a section about this much that has no spirals because that's there for apron clearance. So we go right to the bottom. At the bottom we have a very heavy disc which catches any fine material or semi-solids that haven't been picked up by the knives and cups and spreads out. We get a uniform spread that in heavy manure can go to 40 feet or wider. The system can process anything. We've processed corn stalks through it, bean stalks, all kinds of pen-packed manure. There's virtually no manure that's too tough for it. System's designed to run at high speeds. If you look closely, it's got large balance weights to make sure that the system runs nice and smoothly. And again, it's a very positive system because we talked of the drivetrain, and it's a splined, gear-driven drivetrain. There are no chains or sprockets on this system. The drive is all enclosed, driven from the bottom. It's at the bottom where the work is being done, and so we drive it from the bottom. It's the most efficient way, and it's the most effective way.
And it also keeps the drivetrain under the machine where it's safer, right?
The drivetrain is, as has been the case always with our machines, we put the drivetrain under the machine, within the frame, not below the frame where it can get ground damage, but contained within the frame, where it's free from being damaged and where nobody can become entangled.
So Bob, your bottom disc has fixed blades on the bottom here. I've seen other ones that have a swivel or a hinge type system there. What's the benefit of doing it this way?
Well, Dave, I'm going to for the answer on that, I'm going to go back to the because I asked the same question of the folks in Italy, because we had also seen the free swinging types, and their answer was that this paddle needs to be in a precise place to keep its balance. If this one gets moved over here, it affects the balance of the whole beater. And so their answer to me was that they should be rigid so they stay in place. And history has borne that out. We've made several hundred of these machines for 3 years now. We have no balance issues. We also have no structural issues. Everybody has stones in their manure for sure, and we've seen lots of them, but we've shaped the inside of the machine here so there are no places for stones to get caught, and these expel stones without any damage, and they stay in place and maintain their balance.
Very good. So what about dead spots within your box as far as for the final push out?
We've done some things to make sure the machine cleans out as much as it can clean out. If we had the end gate up and the push gate back, you would see that we've shaped the push gate so that it surrounds the beaters as much as it can, and that ensures that we don't have the dead spots that come with having a flat push gate. And we also we have the pan under the beaters to make sure that we're containing any semi-solids or fine materials that might fall through. And the pan is galvanized steel, so it will stay for a long life.